welcome to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations. And with me now, Hasim Rahman Jr. How you doing, Hasim?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for having me. I appreciate being on the show.
No problem at all. It's an honour to have you on, mate. I know how busy you are, and yeah, you've got a lot going on. But before we get to that, where did it all start for you? Obviously, there was the big influence of your dad, but how did boxing sort of come along for you?
Well, outside of anything, I was always around boxing. So, like, even there's pictures of me at 2 years old in the boxing ring with boxing gloves on. So that lets you know that even before I knew how to put together a full sentence, I was already in the boxing ring.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I didn't really take it serious and start competing until I was 14. And I was 14, almost 15 years old. I may have been even like just turned 15. And my dad fought Oleg Maskaev the second time. And after that fight, I started taking boxing serious because I felt like, I wanted the family legacy to live on. At first, I wanted to play football. I was a highly touted, highly recruited defensive end, outside linebacker, playing football for Gilman High School and Bishop Gorman High School in Las Vegas. Those are two of the most prestigious football schools in the nation. I really wanted to play football at first, but I came to realize that the glory behind the heavyweight championship is very special, and for me to be in a position where there's nobody else that's ever laced a pair of gloves that has become heavyweight champion of the world after their father became heavyweight champion of the world is a special piece of history to me in a special sport. And I feel like that piece of history belongs to me and I want it. And I think I'll inspire even more champions to come in the future. So I put my best foot forward like my father did, and I'm gonna make it happen, inshallah.
Yeah. And how did your dad take it when you wanted to box? Was he quite open-minded about it, or was he sort of?
Well, at first he wouldn't let me box. So I was like begging the box,
Yeah.
and he wouldn't let me. He would put me into other sports, and I played basketball, I played football, I played baseball, he put me in pretty much every other sport, and I found at home was boxing. That's what I like to do more than I liked anything else because that's what I grew up watching my father do. So it was just, I guess it was just, instinct for me to be a fighter because that's all I seen. And more than any other sport, that's probably where I excelled the most. Just fighting, fighting around with my cousins. We always had boxing gloves in the house, so fighting around with my cousins and we would, the whole family would be around watching us fight. And it's not amateur fights, but it's a different type of experience. So I didn't start competing until I was, like I said, 14, 15. Then I took it serious. And my father, he told me, he always told me that if I was the boxer, I couldn't do any other sport. So once I started boxing, I had to get off the football team, I had to get off the basketball team. I couldn't do any other sports. All I could do was boxing.
Yeah.
And they don't do boxing in high schools out here. They don't do boxing. It's not like something that's very traditional, especially in where I was growing up, which was Las Vegas. It wasn't. We don't have very many Las Vegas born world champions. As a matter of fact, I think Ishe Smith is the only Las Vegas born world that's became world champion. So it's not really, even though big fights happen in Vegas and a lot of the biggest fights in history happen in Vegas, that's not where a lot of the champions have been groomed, or a lot of people come from Vegas and put on world title runs. I mean, Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Ishe Smith have held it down for Vegas, but Floyd wasn't born there. He moved there. He was groomed somewhere else. He was taught how to fight somewhere else, just like myself. But when I started competing, it was in the Las Vegas gyms with the Las Vegas coaches. But my father, he did something very, very special, and I always thank him for this. When I decided I'm not gonna play football anymore, I just want to box, he sent me away with Emmanuel Stewart, and he said he's like, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna be with the best, so you're gonna have to learn from the best. So rest in peace to Emmanuel Stewart, but I'm so grateful for that because that was my foundation, and I carry that every time I get in the ring. I carry the tools that he started me with, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'll forever be thankful to Emmanuel Stewart and my father for doing it the way they did it.
Yeah, and what a start to your career so far. 10 fights, 10 wins. You're on a good roll.
Yeah, 10-0. But I'm so first of all, that's thanks to God. I'm just so grateful that I'm even in this position. But I really feel like I'm so far behind. I really, really, by the time my dad was my age, he was already heavyweight champion of the world. So, everybody has their own path. I'm walking my own path, but I have time that I've had to sit out. Literally, I was in prison. So I had years that I had to sit out and wait and wait and wait until I could get out and explode. And it's been a crazy journey so far. I've had over 8 fights that have been booked that have fell out because the opponent wanted to fall out or didn't wanted to do whatever to not make the fights happen. And it's been like a roller coaster ride throughout my career. I should be way closer to 20 fights, but my goal for the end of this year is to just to hit the 15 fight mark. I just want to get 15 fights under my belt by the end of this year, and I'll be satisfied. But other than that, all I could do is keep training and keep being ready for when they call.
Yeah, and that's all you can do, isn't it? Is be in the best shape you can be in and ready to go when the call comes. And like you were saying, you've got 2 fights literally coming up within sort of the next 3 months, really. So where's the first fight going to be, Hasim?
First fight, June 4th, is going to be in Mexico. I don't have the exact geography or locations, but I will be posting that fight exclusively on my YouTube, so people will be able to go watch it that way.
Yeah,
And then,
Mexico will do.
yeah, Mexico will do. And then, like I said, I've had a lot of people pull out, and a lot of people, do weird things in my career. I've had someone to the point where we were both in the ring. We've both already been announced, and the referee steps forward, and he stepped out of the ring and got out of the ring. This is something we cannot make up. Um, I've had all of these things happen to me, so I can't really I can't really say that I'm not grateful to be here at 10-0, but I feel like that I just feel like I'm my toughest critic. So I feel like I should be way further ahead. I should be ranked as a top bridgerweight in the world. I should. And I'm going to be, inshallah. I'm put my best foot forward and do the best I can to go for that title or go for a cruiserweight title. I should be ranked in the top cruiserweights as well. But once I get to that weight class and compete, I look to make a splash wherever I can.
Yeah, and like you were saying, you can only get yourself in the best shape and hope the fights come. And when the fights come, you do what you do, and you'll be in the mix. It's just a case of as you say, getting those fights, isn't it? And hoping that all goes to plan. You've clearly got the talent for it. It's in your blood. No one can deny that. So yeah, let's just hope we get to see Hasim Rahman Jr. where he deserves to be.
Thank you. I appreciate that for real.
No, well, you're a top guy. You've always spoken to me on social medias and always kept in contact, and I really appreciate it. And I know you've been a busy man recently, and been training hard. So yeah, I wish you all the best over the next 3 months with both fights, and let's hope they both happen, and you can get to where you feel you should be, and where we know you should be.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I can't express my gratitude enough. I'm extremely grateful to be here. I thank God how far I've came, the platform that I'm on, just to be involved in the boxing world as a professional right now is amazing. I can't wait until the right people see my talent and see how much potential is there. It only takes one, two people, and then the world's gonna know. So as long as I keep my chin tucked and my hands up, as long as I keep swinging, I'm gonna be okay. I already know I'm not gonna quit. I already know my heart is bigger. So whoever they put in front of me, I wouldn't care if they was made of Teflon. They gotta go.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
think that's what fans want to see. And whether knockout or not, I believe that my fan base and the people that support me and the people that know me and love me, knockout or not, they want to see me win. And I'm focused and I've been driven to bring the knockout. So I'm a I'm gonna go ahead and give the people what they want. I'm extremely excited about the Bridgerweight division. I think it's gonna be one of the hottest divisions in boxing. You got in shape guys fighting. It's gonna be it's gonna be it's still heavyweights. So the knockouts are still gonna be there, and then you're gonna have guys that are in shape that are making weight fighting.
yeah.
I'm super excited to be a part of it. I'm super excited to compete against the best, and I I can't wait till they turn the lights on for me.
Yeah, and yeah, it just takes that opportunity and the right set of eyes to watch you, doesn't it, to get that platform. And as you were talking about knockouts, let's just bring it up quickly. They did the recap of your dad's first fight with Lennox Lewis a couple of weeks back, and wow, that punch, it just never gets old, does it?
Nah, 20 years later, it's still ringing bells. It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's crazy how far boxing can take you. I've seen so many countries in my life. I've seen so many boxing gyms in my life. Uh, I can only say is because of what that man did that night in South Africa. Because who knows how the world would look at me or treat me as Junior if it would have went the other way.
yeah,
Would my life have been completely different? Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think Michael Grant Jr., if there is one, I'm just using him for an example. I don't think Michael Grant Jr. would have gotten the lifestyle that I had after just based on the results of the fights.
yeah,
If you understand where I'm coming from, I don't mean to say anything negative about anyone, but that's just an example. They both fought Lennox. My father, Michael Grant, were both young, tough heavyweights that fought Lennox Lewis around the same time. Michael Grant came up on the short end. My father came out the victor.
yeah,
That changes everything. In that 10 seconds, I said this in an interview I did, I think 2 days ago. In that 10 seconds that Lennox was counting, um, someone was asking me like, what was I thinking? And I think that my father, my brother, me, I think that all three of us at the same time during that 10 seconds was thinking the same thing. One, the first thing was get up. Get up was the first thing that came to my mind was get up. I dare you. I dare you to get up. Because I just knew my father was gonna be way worse than what had already happened. I was like, get up. Just please get up. Because he's about to go crazy. That wasn't enough. I just knew like he was about to turn all the way up. If you know what I mean.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Second, when he didn't get up in them 10 seconds, I knew it. Right then and there, I knew it. My life has changed forever now.
yeah,
My life is forever changed now. I knew it at that moment. My life would never be the same. And the next time I pulled up to my house, there was 20 vans outside and 50 cameras. The next time I went to because I wasn't home when it happened. I went home I think a couple days later because they was in Africa.
yeah,
When they came back from Africa and I went home, I mean, it was like the whole city was at my house. Then we had a parade. Like I just knew it. When you 9 years old and they're having a parade for your parent, the person that has raised you, You know what I'm saying? You're a 10-year-old, 11-year-old, 12-year-old that has the heavyweight champion of the world as your father, and you've been on this journey since you were, like I said, I was 2 years old. I watched the entire process. So I'm extremely grateful for it. I'm extremely grateful for the life that God has given me, the places that I've seen, the people that I've met. I met some amazing people. I have some amazing relationships that'll carry with me until the day that I'm gone.
Yeah.
And I just want everybody to know any support that they've given me in order to get closer to my dream is very much appreciated. Even if it could come from a retweet, a like, a follow, any form of support, buying a fight ticket, telling someone about a fight, any form of support, I appreciate it. And if I ever didn't get back to you, just get on my nerves in my mentions, and I'll wind up getting back to you because I'm not. I mean, at this point right now, I can't say it won't get overwhelming because I don't know what the future holds. But I'm not that guy that shies away from talking to people. You'll see if I have time and I sit down and I have time to respond on Twitter for an hour, I sit there and respond on Twitter for an hour. I do it all the time. Like I'm not. I'm just not that person. My father was never that person. I think my father would have been a huge social media influence if social media was a thing in his era. And I believe in being a good person. When you're a good person, good things come to you. Now, when that bell rings, it's a completely different story. Now I got to be the Reaper. So yeah, I
Well,
guess.
Hasim, I have to say, I think you're an absolute gent, and it's honestly, it's been a pleasure having you on.
Thank you so
Your
much.
your dad was, well, that was one of the first fights I watched as a kid, and I remember my dad getting me up in the morning, going, "Let's go, let's watch Lennox Lewis, let's watch Lennox Lewis," because that was the buzz over here, and when we got downstairs and we turned it on because it was early hours here, and Dad went, "Well, that didn't go to plan, did it?" And it was, but you know what? It was one of those where it was the sweetest punch, and everyone just acknowledged it and went, "This is something really special." And Lennox never denied it either, and I think that
No.
shows the sort of man he was. Like afterwards, it really humbled him, and yeah, I just wish you all the best for the future, and you deserve to get the credit and the recognition too. And let's hope, as you say, the right eyes find you and give you the platform you deserve. So, honestly, thank you so much for your time, and yeah, keep in touch, won't you? And we'll definitely have a chat again soon.
Thank you so much. Whenever you want to do it again, just let me know, and I'm right here. I got you.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll
I
get you
appreciate
on.
it.
Maybe I'll get you as video next time.
I appreciate the platform. Yeah, we could do a video next week if you want. We could do that. Just let me know ahead of time. I'm just in traffic right now, so I want to completely focus on the road.
No problem at all. And as I say, keep up the good work and good luck within the next 3 months. Get those 2 fights under your belt and then move towards the 15 at the end of the year. And then you're well on the way.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm definitely putting my best foot forward. I want to thank everybody. Whoever supports me, whoever, even if you're a hater, I think you. I don't think people understand.
Yeah.
Good fighters, average fighters, they don't got haters. They only hate the great ones. So please, anything. If you hating, if you loving, if anything, just anything, just support. Even if you hating, tell your best friend that you don't like me, and then watch the fight, and they're gonna be mad because I won. Congrats on your loss.
Exactly. Or whether the eyes are with hatred or whether they're good eyes, they're eyes, aren't they? And
Yes, sir.
yeah, no, you take care of yourself and love to your dad and your family.
Thank you so much. Thank you
And
so much. Maybe if I get with my dad soon, once I get with him, I'll let you know. We could do a video with both of us.
yeah, no, that would be great. I'd love it.
My man.
You
Oh,
take
my
care.
brother. Go follow him on Instagram. He's fighting in the UK. So y'all definitely can check him out. Sharif Rockman, he's 4-0. He's about to have his 5th fight in the UK. I think in the next 2 weeks. I'm not going, but my father's going. So tap in with them. I know if you look at the people that I'm following on Twitter, I'm following my brother. So tap in with my brother. He's coming over there. He's coming over there to fight. The Rockmans are invading UK. So y'all definitely be ready. They about to come over there and shake it up. Well, I won't be attending because I have my own fight coming up, but they about to come over there and shake it up one time. They're gonna bring the Rockmans to the UK. It's gonna be the first time a Rockman has fought. No, the second time a Rockman has fought in the UK. Because my father, I think, fought over there a long time ago. But yeah, we bringing it back, and we're excited to come. I'm excited to fight over there. I wish I was coming for my brother, but unfortunately, I gotta focus on my own fight. But they will be bringing the fireworks. So yeah, thank you, Joel. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate the platform.
No problem at all. And as I say, we'll sort something out. So hopefully, get your dad on at some point, and we'll go from there. But I'll chase your brother up and see if I can drag him on as well.
On Instagram, I don't know his Twitter, but on Instagram, he's Champ3. It's real easy. ChampThree. Real easy. Champ3.
Okay, I'll find him.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you so much.
Jr. I look forward to speaking to you soon. And at the end of the year, 15-0.
Inshallah. That's what we're gunning for. Thank you.
You take care. Speak to you soon.
You too. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Hasim Rahman Jr. Well chuffed to have him on. Couldn't have his camera on at this time, but yeah, we'll hopefully get him on in a few weeks' time. And he said hopefully get his dad on as well, which would be amazing. So yeah, 10 fights, 10 wins, 5 knockouts. Hasim Rahman Jr. is on a roll, and looking forward to seeing what he can do in the future. He's got 2 fights in the next 3 months. Get those out of the way, get to 12-0, and then he starts to build from there. So we look forward to seeing what he can do in the future and whether he can replicate what his dad did. So yeah, massive shout out to him and his family. Really lovely family. So if you've enjoyed watching JG's Fight Talk, make sure you head over to YouTube, hit the subscribe button, and check out the rest of the content. And I'll see you all soon. Thank you very much.